I'm here with Todd Wells after stage 3 of La Ruta. So Todd, you managed to defend your lead again today, going into the final stage tomorrow. Can you tell us what it was like out there?
Yeah, today's stage on the volcano climb, it's hard. You know, it starts out really steep, similar to yesterday's climb on some dirt tracks and steep pavement. And then we leveled off, a little downhill through a town, and then the long road climb up to the volcano starts. Maybe an hour, hour and a half of long road climb. And Ram, he attacked in the beginning. I was able to pull him back before we hit the road climb. We rode in a group with Lico, Ram, and one other guy. Then we hit the road climb. Ram nailed it again, and I didn't want to, try to do those big surges, so I just rode my steady pace, and he was pulling away from me the whole time. I think maybe it got up to a minute by the top, which isn't too bad for an hour 20 of climbing. I was happy to keep it there, and caught him pretty quick on the descent. We rode together until the pavement, actually, and then I was able to put, I haven't seen the official time, but I think over 2 minutes into him, just in the last, probably 10 Ks on downhill pavement. So
did you attack him at the end, or did you just roll away from him, or how would you describe that?
I was leading on the descent, and we hit the pavement. I had maybe 100 meters, 50 meters. Saw I had a small gap, and I was just going to roll it down the descent. He's really skinny, so he flies up the hills, but since I'm bigger, I can go pretty fast down the hills.
Yeah. And
I figured I'd see what happened, and luckily I was able to get a pretty good gap. I think he was telling me there was a small climb in the descent, short, maybe a couple hundred meters, and I was sprinting up it. He saw me. He was still in sight then, and he went to sprint up it, and he just was completely empty.
Yeah, good. So going into tomorrow, you've obviously added at least 2 minutes, maybe even as much as 3. We haven't seen the official results yet, but you probably back up to closer towards 10 minutes, maybe GC lead. What are your thoughts going into the famous railroad tracks tomorrow?
Yeah, well, every day's been a different adventure, and tomorrow I'm just hoping also the bike has been holding up awesome. I brought Benno down here as the mechanic. I got my wife Meg helping me out. Carlos is the distributor for Specialized down here. I have an amazing support crew. So
great. Those
guys have been keeping me going. And I think the heat will probably be the biggest factor for me tomorrow. It's supposed to be really hot. We start an hour later. I'm just hoping to be able to stay close to Ram tomorrow and, roll into the finish within enough time to keep the jersey.
Great. How does this feel? I know you said you hadn't done a mountain bike stage race before. You're on day 3. Is it starting to add up?
Yes, definitely. This morning I was really tired. And not only are you tired from the races, but we get up at 4 or 5 o'clock and start racing at 6. And it's hard to go to bed that much earlier, so each day you're losing maybe 2-3 hours of sleep, which you would normally have.
Yeah.
On top of racing really hard, so it makes you tired.
Cool. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks.